Hi, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. Welcome to the Sunday afternoon shave. It's the first Sunday of June. So what we came up with over at TOST, which is of course the original safety, and now it's TOST3.com, the number TOST, the number 3.com, is the new iteration. What we came up with is that the first Sunday of each month we're going to call it Shave with Your Favorite Lather Catcher Day, which is just going to devolve into Shave with a Lather Catcher, because all of them are favorites, really. I mean, if you haven't shaved with one of these, you might not understand that, but you need to shave with one of these so you do understand that. So here on the first one of these, what I decided to do is I'm going to use the one that got me into lather catchers. And it's this old gal right here. This is a 1910 model-ish. And it's the Jim Jr. bar. It's got the bar that goes across the top. It's got the latch in the back that holds it. Plenty of plate loss. This one was given to me by Dave Irvin. And this is the first lather catcher I had. It got me into it. And just really great stuff. Like I said, if you haven't shaved a lather catcher, pick you one up and give it a go. You're going to love the things. Trust me. There's just something about shaving with a lather catcher that's just awesome. So, using a vintage razor, why not use vintage soap, right? I've got a lot of vintage soap. It's kind of my thing. Vintage Colgate today. If I'm not mistaken, this is the barber shop that I keep in the old scuttle here. And I didn't use the scuttle to soak the brush. Sometimes I'll do that. You put the water in the bottom and you set the brush in, and I think that's how these were meant to be used. It is not under any circumstances. Don't let anybody fool you. And if somebody says it, laugh at them and poke them in an eye. It is not for warming the lather. You cannot warm a soap put like that by putting hot water in the bottom. Sorry, it ain't gonna work. Nope. But anyway, there are some holes in the bottom in case there's extra moisture that drips out. I do understand that, but this is not for warming lather. It's not that kind of scuttle. Ain't gonna work. If someone tells you it will, laugh at them, poke them in the eye. All right, tell them Fuzzy said so. So that's a razor and a soap we're using today. So for a brush, I like using boar brush on this kind of soap. So I dug around and I ran across my granddad's old brush. This is a Surrey, and that was before VDH. But it's the same style handle and everything. This one had been well used before I got it when my granddad passed away, which has been 11 years now. Yeah, 11 years. In 2 days it'll be 11 years. So anyway, we're going to use granddad's old brush. And a good old Barbasol aftershave today. We're going to break out the Pacific Rush. I've got a couple bottles of this. And I use it sparingly so that it hangs around. Fuzzy's a hoarder. What can I say? I got stuff around here. Look, I've even got some of the old Palmolive stuff. I've got Tom's of Maine. I don't remember when they stopped making shave cream, when they sold out and they were just, they quit making the shave cream. I don't remember when it was. I got some. I've got the Body Shop, the old formula of the Body Shop before they went to that Mecca root garbage stuff. So anyway, I've got a lot of older stuff. I'm okay with being kind of a hoarder. I get it honest. So anyway, on to a shave. But what I want to need to do, forgot about this. Indulge me just a second, please, because before the shave, I want to knock off, get this trimmed up a little bit. I do have work tonight, so we'll get a little bit of this trimmed down. I don't remember how long I've had these trimmers. This is another thing though that I've had a long time. My mom, at some point in history, gave all the men of the family these battery powered trimmers. And I don't remember exactly when it was. It's been a while. But anyway, I can put that off. They still work. So let's make sure, yeah, that's all even enough. Goatee's growing back out. It's a good thing, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and put a blade in the old Jim Jr. Now, it's just like I demonstrated the other day with the Kemp drill I was using. You do not have to lift the safety bar, or the bar here. It's not really a safety bar. This would be the safety bar. But anyway, you do not have to lift it to load a blade. You slip the blade in under the corner. There, it goes up against, the blade stops in the front, and you rotate the back up. Now, I have seen people that when the bar here would break off, the stops are good enough. You can just put the piece in the back up there, the lever, and hold it against the stops, and it'll shave just fine. No reason not to. But you know, I prefer to have it the way it's supposed to go. And so anyway, yeah, listen to some music. You can tell it's YouTube because now it's playing a ad. So let's skip the ad. Go back to Johnny Paycheck. All right, so that's how you load a blade, and that blade's got a couple of shaves on it, but it'll still be good. I've read where people talk about you get fewer shaves out of the carbon steel blades than you do out of stainless steel blades, and I'm not 100% sure about that. Now, that being said, I don't keep up with how many shaves a blade has on it. I use a blade, I take it off, I put it over here on the side. When I need a blade, I pick it up and I put it back in. Right now, I've got 1, 2, 3 blades going. All of them are treat SC blades, and then I've got a vault that's got some more in it. But I don't know. But I've never felt like that I got more shaves out of a stainless blade than I did out of a carbon steel blade. The carbon steel blade is definitely smoother for the shaves. The first couple of shaves on the stainless blade I've always found to be rough. And you can hollow, you can hand strop them, you can cork them, you can yada, you can yada, whatever. It's rougher. And then there's a group of people that don't want to do the extra little maintenance to dry the blades off. That's perfectly fine too. That's more carbon steel blades for me if you don't buy any. But we're just going to load us some Colgate up here on top of the old Siri brush. That, as you notice, looks like it's a little thinned out. It's not a real dense brush anymore. Probably wasn't real dense to start with. But that's really not a big deal. Drop a little water in on it and stir it up a little bit more and get it loaded up for a good face lather. You know, bowl lathering is fun. Yeah, I'm eating soup or chili or something like that. Bowl is great. All right. There we go. Got everything loaded up. Boy, I'm starting to see the bottom on that there soap cake. That's okay. I got more vintage Colgate than I do vintage Williams. And it's just as good a soap. If I'm not mistaken, I think they actually made the Colgate a little bit longer than they did the Williams. Now, I'm not going to swear to that. As far as, well, they're still making Williams. Let me rephrase that. The tallow first. The Colgate being, you know, tallow first. I think they did that longer than they did the Williams being tallow first. Now, I could be wrong about that. But I know in 2006, when I moved down to South Louisiana here, I was still able to pick up some Colgate off of some shelves of some of the little stores out in the country and little drugstore and stuff. I was still able to find some of it. I went through and kind of vacuumed up everything I could find and haven't seen it since. And so you can still get the modern Williams, which is a great soap. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. But the tallow first is what most people are really hip on. And for good reason. It's a great soap. No reason not to. Cafe Bustelo, if anybody's wondering. So once again, it's a razor. Razor, blade to blade. It's a sharp blade. It's a razor to hold it, not defective in any way. It'll shave. And it's pretty much using the same angle as, check them, make sure everything's behind the blade guards there. But it's, I mean, shaving is shaving. Single edge razor, injector razor, double edge razor, whatever. It's all angle and pressure, right? So your technique is what adjusts everything to the different razors. Now this is definitely one of my favorite lather catchers. Like I said, it's the first one I got. It came from a friend of mine. Dave was actually the creator of the original safety, which should now be the old site. It's a read-only site, and it's been around for a while. There's a lot of good information over there. That's what's fixing to happen to the original safety too. Is it's fixing to be turned into a read-only site with all that information, and we're going to move into 3, and hopefully that's the last time we have to move. Here's hoping. But anyway, at least now, if we do have to move for some reason, we can take the database with us. ProBoards, which is the host of the original safety too, will not let you move your database and move everything. And you can't even pay to do it. They just don't allow it. And they charge out to tail end. It's a free to host, but they charge out to tail end for pictures. And I've said this before. We post a lot of pictures. So that's the reason, big reason for the move. is that the only way we can post pictures over the original Safety 2 right now is through a third-party posting. And eventually, you lose third-party posting pictures. Something always happens, and you'll lose them. But yeah, that's happened over at Toast. If you go back, the place has been there 8 years, so if you go back 5 or 6 years and start looking at some of the pictures, they're going to be broken links. But you know, there you go. All right, so we'll get us a second little round going here. Still plenty of soap on the brush. Look, if you want to build buttercream lather, more power to you, but do it because you want to. Don't do it because you think you need to get a good shave, because you don't. If you look at pictures of the older stuff, a lot of it looks more like clown paint than anything. I thin it out a little bit more than clown paint, but you don't need a real thick layer. It's just not necessary. A lot of soaps these days, they put stuff in them so people can get the mountains of lather. So that's what people want. Marketing, right? Give the people what they want so they'll pay for it and you can make money. That's our system. It's the way it goes. Great. No problems with that. But it's not really needed. All right. Going to here and do this old sideways thing. Really nice, easy across the grain shaving. These old lather catchers. Nothing to it. They'll do whatever you want to. If you want to do against the grain shaving, they'll do it. No problem. I don't see the point in against the grain and trying to go for what we call BBS. Just don't see the point in it at all. And I don't have to see the point in it, so that's the good thing. All right, so after 2 passes, a nice little shave going on there. We always have a nice little shave going on out there. But let me take just a minute while I wipe this off. Last time I checked, we're at 299 subscribers. That's a little channel. And I don't have thousands of subscribers. I don't have people, hundreds and hundreds of views of my stuff. But we've always wanted it to be a nice little channel. That's kind of how I am. And I appreciate each and every subscriber. But we're almost at 300, so I appreciate all that. If there's anything you'd like to see, I've got a bunch of stuff. If there's a razor you'd like to see used, if I don't have that exact razor, I've probably got one close to it. I've got some different soaps and creams and stuff of this nature. If you'd like to see something, well, let me know, and I'll see what I can hook up for you. Here a while back, someone wanted to see the Clark's Silver King in action, so I did a video with the Clark's Silver King. And the only thing I don't have right now is a traditional straight razor. I have one, or a couple, but I don't hone, and I got away from the upkeep on them, and I use the disposable blade straights now, so I have some of them. So I can't help you with a traditional straight shave right now. Now, if I get a razor off and have it honed, then I could. I've got a beautiful straight razor. A couple of them, but Alright, so that's just witch hazel. Our cleanup pass is just witch hazel. For those of y'all that don't know about that, I just use old generic witch hazel from the store. And yes, I know it's got that musky basement scent to it, but who cares? It's not on there for very long, and it's not like it's going to linger. We're going to put an aftershave on. So, having a little bit of that musky scent is not going to hurt anything. It's not really going to matter a whole lot in my book. It's slick. It helps if you have any kind of little nicks, which I didn't get one today, or if you got a little irritation or something like that, it'll help clear all that up during the shave. And I like it better than using, lather for a final pass. I don't use pre-shave oil or pre-shave soaps or any of that, so I'm definitely not going to use an oil for a last pass. I've seen people do that. And just the witch hazel. And when you put the witch hazel on, you can feel if you have any rough areas that you need to go back over. So to me, it just works really well. A lot of people have tried it and liked it. I'm sure there's people tried it and haven't. Now, if you're one of these fancy people and you want to go pay more money for everything because you think more money equals better, get the Thayers. It is scented, doesn't have alcohol in it. It is 100%. Now, I think a little alcohol in the mix doesn't hurt anything. I think that, I like alcohol-based, aftershave. So I don't think a little alcohol in the mix hurts anything. But if you don't want that, get the Thayers. It's really nice. They've got some nice scents. They've got a rose, they've got a lemon, they got a cucumber. Those are the ones I remember right off my head. I've used the rose. I'm a fan of rose shaving, rose scented shaving products. But I've used it and it works very well. It will definitely give you the slickness you need and the protectiveness and everything that you want. It works really well. So that's my Sunday favorite lather catch your day shave. I'll post it over at TOST 3. TOST, the number 3.com. The original safety 3.com is kind of what that goes to. It's also TOST, TOST 3, number 3.com, whichever. Both of the sites are open right now. Soon though, we'll be moving everything over to the TOST 3. And we're getting it ready to go and everything. We're getting some of the bugs worked out. There's always bugs. But there's a great group of people over there that are just, really working hard to keep things going. I've got a gentleman that helps with the tech stuff because I don't know how to do it that well. And he's been doing that and getting things running, installing plugins and things like that, so it's really good. So anyway, come see us. But remember, it's only single edge and injector shaving. All those two-sided thingies and the straight razors, although I realize a straight razor does have one edge. I do realize this. Not a traditional safety razor. That's what we're after. So anyway, none of those, all that's unmentionable at TOST. But if you want to see about single edge and injector razors, come over and see us. We got a little something for you. You have a great day, wherever you are, whoever, whatever you're doing. Watch out, Kristen Ball still hasn't made it on shore yet. We're getting a little bit of sporadic rain here right now, but I got to go to work tonight. So while I'm at work tonight, the winds and everything ought to blow through. Ought to move through pretty quick. Be over with. So wherever you are, be careful about it. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.